Let's be honest, your very first day as a teaching assistant can feel like walking into a play that's already halfway through. Everyone knows the script except you. But take a deep breath. You don't have to know everything, and no one's expecting you to be perfect. This video is here to help you walk in with calm confidence, knowing what to wear, what to bring, what to say, and not what to say, what not to say, and how to make the kind of first impression that sets you up for success. So, first, let's look at what you should wear. Think comfortable, professional, practical. Your outfit does not need to be a fashion statement. It needs to say, I'm ready to work with children. And here's what that means: clothes you can move in, because you will end up crouching, bending, or sitting on a tiny chair. Flat, closed toe shoes, not just for comfort, but for safety. Ever had your toes trodden on by a 6-year-old in a hurry? Layers. Classrooms can be boiling 1 minute and Arctic the next. Avoid anything too low cut, short, or see through. You'll want to feel secure, not self conscious. And a pro tip: if in doubt, go for smart casual with a focus on practicality. I have a full video about what clothing to wear for women, for men, and gender neutral clothing. The link to it will be in the PDF that accompanies this video series. Now let's look at what you need to take with you to school. Now, you don't need a suitcase, just a few simple items that will make your life easier. So, a notebook and pen to jot things down when you don't understand what's going on, and you will absolutely not understand everything. And you can write reminders in there, that kind of thing. Water bottle, snack, and pack lunch. The school day is relatively short, but you don't always get breaks, and breaks don't always go to plan. That's if you get one at all. Hopefully, you will get, maybe half an hour for lunch. But if you take a bottle of water, one of those plastic bottles that you can drink out of regularly, that will keep you hydrated. And nowadays, with tea and coffee, most schools like you to have a sort of a container that can't be knocked over. So when I was first a TA, we could walk around with hot mugs of coffee, but those days are gone. Tissues and hand sanitizer, trust me, you'll need them. And take your ID and any paperwork if the school hasn't seen these already in the post interview process. And when those little bags that you wear around your waist are great to carry stuff around in too. And apart from that, a positive mindset is essential, along with your common sense and your curiosity. And I have a full video about what to bring with you to school. It's 10 must-have essentials to thrive in the classroom. And again, the link to that is in the PDF. Now we'll look at what to say and what not to say on your first day. You don't need to launch into lengthy explanations or impress anyone with your educational theory. Phew. Focus on being polite, warm, and keen to learn. So you can say things like, would you like me to hand out those worksheets, for instance? Is there a way I can help with that? Or you could say, would you mind if I watched how you do that first? So if you're unsure about something you've been asked, you can always say, could you show me how to do that? Things to avoid saying or doing: talking about how things were done at your last job or volunteer placement, if you had one. Taking charge too quickly and before you've built rapport and trust with the class teacher. So, doing lots of little things like handing out pencils, worksheets, helping a child on with a coat, doing a zip up, those are great things for you to be doing initially. That all helps to build rapport and trust with the class teacher as well as the children. And try not to say you're just a TA, because you're not. You're a vital part of the team who is currently finding your way in a new role. Now, let's look at how you make a good introduction. So, you'll likely be introduced to the class, and you can reply with something like, "Hello, I'm so looking forward to working with you all." That's it, done. Then again, the class teacher may forget to introduce you, and if that's the case, don't fret. The children will just accept you're in their class and see you as part of the furniture very quickly. Don't worry that you don't know the children's names yet. That's normal, and that will come. With practice, you'll get to know their names more quickly than you realise. And if one or two children ignore you or test you a little, that is also normal. Your job on day one is to observe, offer help, and follow the lead of the class teacher. Don't worry if you feel a bit invisible at first. That's not failure, it's part of settling in. And I've included a link on the PDF to a video about building positive relationships with students. So, what is the magic formula? Your secret sauce for day one success is this: be friendly, be useful, be curious. You don't need to dazzle anyone. You just need to smile at staff and children, do small things that help, and ask thoughtful questions when you're unsure. You're planting the seeds for good relationships. That's all. You don't need to bloom on the first day or even in the first week or two. So I hope you realise now you don't need to know it all. So any feelings of uncertainty doesn't make you unqualified, it just makes you human. If you walk out on your first day thinking, "I did my best to help and I asked when I wasn't sure," then you've done brilliantly. Now you can take a moment to get your clothes ready, pack your school bag, and set your alarm so that you have plenty of time to arrive on time and not be late on your first day. And here's a little bit of action to take. So, plan 2 school ready outfits, one for warmer weather and one for cooler days. Make sure you can bend, crouch, and sit in them comfortably. Break in your shoes now. Don't wait until your first day to discover they squeak or rub. And pack your TA bag with basics, so notebook and pen, water bottle and snack, hand sanitizer and tissues, and any ID or paperwork that you've been asked to bring. And in video 2, we'll look at how to support the class teacher without overstepping by understanding your role and how to be an asset to the teacher from day one. And no, you don't need a degree to do it. See you in video 2.